Hey guys, it's Coach Tammy. I want to show you a quick, memorable, and easy way to make a teardrop swag that is 24 inches and just super affordable for your clients. It's not going to be super over the top, but we're going to be using supplies from the 2026 March Wreath Supply Box. It's going to be gorgeous. Let me tell you a couple of terms that I'm going to use before we get started. One of them is pine needles. This is teardrop, first of all. Is the shape of the swag. It is 24 inches tip to tip. These are pine needles, so you want to find a swag that has a good, this has 75 tips. So you want to find at least 75 tips, okay? So if you see a gap right there, it is your job to fill in the gap. There should be no missing spaces on this teardrop swag, okay? So if there's not any, you've got to decide and figure out where they go. Now, normally, if these were any bigger than 24 inches, I trim these up. This is the perfect size. So I like to fluff it out, give it a little shaky shake, see if there's any loose debris, and there's not. So I always make sure that I have the top and the bottom. This one is real easy to figure out, but if you do have a problem, and you kind of forget which direction you're going, you can just loosely tie a pipe cleaner up there, and that reminds you that that end is up. Oftentimes, when I get in a hurry or when I'm working, I do that because I forget which end is up, friends. I forget which end is up. Today, I'm going to use some leftover mesh that I already had. I'm going to cut these in 20 to 22 inch pieces. Now, how many pieces do you need? For a 24 inch, you need 1, 2, top and bottom, crown and booty, and then you need at least 4 pieces for each side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, top, bottom, they're going to go vertical. The sides are going to be butterflied. Okay, top and bottom, vertical. All the way down the sides, like a butterfly, and I'll show you how to do that. We're just going to cut 10 pieces. I always want to use whatever supplies I have already opened. So now we have 10 pieces, all right? So I always start at the top and the bottom. So for the crown and the bottom, what way do we do? That's right, we're going to go vertical. I turn it over like this. And we just go right up that stripe. We just pinch, pinch, pinch with those index fingers. This is the spine of your swag base. You want to make sure that I put my fanned mesh up like this and I tie it in. Just like that, okay? So now, after I get that one done, I'm going to go ahead and do the bottom one just for kicks and giggles. I like to get those two out of the way. Again, fold that under about an inch, go right up that white line. I like to use striped mesh. One of the reasons is it's really easy to stay even because of the ruffle. Okay, these two sides, we're going to come in and we're just going to, now as you get towards the bottom, your pine needles, your pine ties are going to be a little bit shorter. If it is, just use a zip tie. It's not a big darn deal. Now we're going to need to fill in. We may not use 4, but we're sure going to try. Okay? You're going to do the exact same method of rolling. Under, pinch. Okay? I'm going to start up here next to the crown. And we are going to stuff it in, mesh to the metal. M-E-T-A-L, metal. See how that makes it look full? You're making it look like a butterfly. If it doesn't, don't put it the other way. Trust me when I tell you this. See how full that's already looking? This whole project, when you do it the method that I'm showing you, can take under 30 minutes. I want my mesh all the way up against that spine. Now look how good that looks. These are amazing. These are really good stems, and they're going to go a long way for us in a very short amount of time. We're going to fluff this, okay? You're going to get as much coverage as you can by fluffing it airy. We're moving that rose to where people can see it. Pay attention. Same thing down here. Look at the difference, night and day. I was going to cut these. You don't need to, okay? Now, you can zip tie these together. Again, I don't need to. Why? Because right here, all these pine needles that we left exposed, guess what, friends? We're using them. Now, what I like to do is come down and pull one of these down, and I put it in there like it's its job. Now, right here, everything else is going to come right down just like this, okay? All right, we already have a really good start. And the next thing we're going to do, now that we've put those in, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add our bow right in the middle. Now, I do want some tails. I look to make sure I have enough. I want the tails. Put it in, twist it. We're coming in 8-inch loops, twist, 8-inch loop, lay it flat. I will dovetail this one because I want that towards the crown. This one, exact same thing. We want some tails. I am moving that out of the way. Don't forget to twist or you won't have a good loop. 8-inch tails, 8-inch loops. Move everything out of the way. It can come together in the end. Right now, they got to move out of the way. Oh, goody. I was worried there wasn't one. I really wanted a clear one. I'm just going to zip tie it and get a good handle on it before I pull it out of there. Where that stack is where the bundle needs to be met with the zip tie. Go ahead and clip it with some wire cutters, not scissors, so you do not risk cutting things off that need to be there, friends. Now, I am going to use what is already in there, which is some pine. I already have natural ties in there. I'm going to leave them. Okay? What we're not doing, okay, so that's too high up. We're going to move it down. There it goes. That's what I wanted. Okay. This is just going to be super airy, super loopy, airy bows. A bow. Okay? Now, depending on how long these are, I will either keep them long or I will snip them. Okay? It's up to you, whatever you choose to do. So if you choose, you could sell it just like this and it would be fine. I would not do that, but you could. So you have 6 of these baby 60919s, and we are going to use them to our advantage. We're going to put 3 right down the side. Luckily, they will spread out enough. You don't have to have more than 6. If you have more, you can use more. You don't need to trim them. You don't need to do anything. That's why I love using the evergreen bases. Now you just put them right to the middle. Just like that. And then what's cool is you're going to be able to spread these out enough that it looks super cohesive, okay? Super duper cohesive. You can take and measure out a couple of 24-inch loops. I'm going to fold it in half and just do a funky bow. I'm going to push that up and then twist that around so it looks like you have an awareness ribbon. And I'm just going to put this in a couple of places that I think it could really use it. Okay? Try not to do them both on one side. So I did one here, and then I'm going to carry that. I did one there. I'm going to carry it over here, where there is close to a loop. There's always pine ties, pine needles, however you want to say it. I'm going to do a couple of shoelace bows, pinch twist loop, about 6 inches. Just a couple, nothing big. My scissors either need thrown away or sharpened. I'm not sure which. And we're just going to put these in here, just in a couple of spots. You don't have to, friends. I'm just doing it to get some more color in there. It's the only thing I'm doing, and to get and if you don't like it looking like that, you can absolutely shorten these, which I'm going to do anyway. That one up higher. We're going to do this one down lower. Now the time has come to where you can decide, do you like the florals that are in there, or do you want some more? I think this is exactly what you needed. But for this particular project, I do have some other florals. I'm not competing, but look, that whole stem is right there. Just see if you can't go right down the back side of that. You don't always need to do this. I just like to add some white in there if you can. See how bunched up that is? Spread. Let that, this is regular size 60919. So let it do its job, y'all, which is share it with the world. I've got some orange here. We're going to come right in here. Get it right into the middle. Don't even trim this up. It does not need trimmed up. Now, I am going to add a couple of little elements in there that I really think are going to make a difference. I've got these little monarch butterflies, and although this is a bee, of course it's a wildflower garden, so we're going to do it. And we're going to like it. Okay. I'm going to bring this one right in there, just like that. So that's all I've got. I hope you enjoyed making this, and I wanted to show you this took 34 minutes, even teaching. If I wasn't teaching, this would have been maybe a 15-minute project. All right, y'all, be blessed. Have a great week.